diving into, finally, the Long Pond Studio Sessions by Taylor Swift. These were on Disney Plus originally. I was able to get them through one of my subscribers, actually. Thank you. Username right here, I will put in the video. I was able to get the entirety of the Long Pond Studio Sessions so I can make this video for you guys. You guys are amazing. I reacted to Folklore and Evermore right before this, so I was able to get that through, and then a bunch of you guys recommended me the Long Pond Studio Sessions, so now I'm reacting to that. I hope you guys enjoy. If you guys like, get ready, tuck in, get your snackies. Let's watch this book video together. These types of videos excite me because like I get to see the backstory, and also I really haven't it hasn't registered to me that Taylor Swift is a real person. So I'm able to get some like personality out of her and make it to where the fact that I think that she's real. Without further ado. And I hope you guys liked my 1,000 subscriber video before this. That was so much fun. Decorating, baking, all that stuff, and then also acknowledging the fact that I have you guys here with me is insane. It blows my mind every time I think about it. Every time I think about it, I'm like, what? Also, this is the outfit for the folklore. I'm literally just wearing like red sweatpants and red. Folklore. So excited for this backstory. If there is one. I hope they give context. 2020. Oh my god.
Okay, so it is 8:30 in the morning. And why am I awake, you ask? Well, it's kind of a long story.
That's her.
I sort of unexpectedly started writing the new album. And at that point I was just like, oh, I'm just writing songs in
As one usually
quarantine.
does.
And then it just became an album really quickly and really, really kind of beautifully, surprisingly. And so
God, this is exactly what I pictured. This is exactly what I pictured when listening to Folklore and when listening to Evermore. This is what I pictured. Her in her room or wherever, her house, just with her guitar by herself during quarantine. That's exactly what I thought, and like what brought her to these stories about different people, different things, fun stories to sing about, and fun stories for you guys, the fans, and me now, to put together.
you can't go into studios now because they're all closed, and I've never recorded anywhere else. And I know that other people do this all the time, so it's actually not that special, but I'm freaking out over it. We've built a home studio in my house, and so it's like...
As one normally does.
I'm gonna do vocals today in my house. I'm very excited about it. Okay, so over there is where my recording booth is, and then on the other side of the wall, Laura! Hey! Yeah! Jack? Holy shit. It's like you're right there, but instead you're in New York. I'm freaking out. We've never done this.
And this is Jack Antonoff. This is Jack Antonoff. And then on top of that, I like this layout that we're doing. It's very like homey and it's very personal. And I really like that.
This is crazy.
New York and LA. That's literally the two pits. Ooh! Her 8th studio album. Goddamn. God, and her albums are literally like 20-something songs every single time, and it shocks me because I'm like, how are you writing this much? How are you putting this many songs? It's albums now, and like everything, albums, shows, everything. They have like 8 episodes, 8 songs, 8 like super short, condensed. If at anything, max like 15 songs, maybe. She has like 20-something songs every single time. I can only imagine how many songs she has in total that are just drafts. Oh. Okay, so that's what this is. Okay, that's what this is. Okay, that's cute.
First day we've been in the same room.
Cheers. Yeah.
First moment.
That's so weird. I think when lockdown happened, I just found myself completely listless and purposeless, and that was in the first 3 days of it. And then I remembered when we met a year before, and I'd come to the national show, and afterward you would come up and talk to me, and you were so nice. And I was like, how do you guys write songs? And you were like, well, we all live in different places, so sometimes I'll just make tracks and send them around and send them to Matt. And I just kind of thought to myself, if there was ever an opportunity to work with someone that I was such a fan of who could work like that, that would be so cool. And then lockdown happened and I texted you and I was like, hey, would you ever want to work? Are you in that place right now?
And I was like, I don't know if this is a real text. I'm not sure.
Seemed like a bit, like a friend.
Well, I was like, is someone pretending? You know. I feel like it's also one of the reasons.
This is cute. I like that they're all talking together and this is just such a casual thing. I can't imagine casually being friends with Taylor Swift. Like, I think about that all the time. I also really love Billie Eilish, and I was thinking the other day, imagine casually being friends with Billie Eilish. It would be so hard to find, like, real friends that are, like, have your genuine best interest for you. I guess everyone's like, why are famous people always friends with famous people? It's because they probably are the only real friends that they can, like, trust, and even then, people are like, can we collab? So this is cool to see down-to-earth people that are so, that make Taylor have a good friend group and, like, have stable people that she can work with. I mean, this is heartwarming and nice.
Why it resonates with me so much is because in the dismantling of all of our systems of life that we've known in the pandemic, you're left with two options. Either to cling to it and try to make it work, or to just say, well, I guess I'm just going to chart a new path and kind of get a frontier mentality. And I think it was such like a thrilling use of quarantine to say, like, well, everything's a blur, so I'm just going to rewrite it.
Yeah. I didn't even tell my label until a week before we put it out.
What was that call like?
It was amazing. I thought it was going to be stressful, and I thought I was going to have to kind of stand up, like, with shaking hands, being like,
I can't imagine.
I promise I know what I'm doing. I know that there's not, like, a big single, and I'm not doing, like, a big pop thing, and I'm not. But my label was like, whatever you want to make, like, we're down.
You ready to play this whole thing?
Yeah, no, I think it's really important that we play it. I think it will take that for me to realize that it's a real album. Seems like a big mirage.
It does. Never.
I like this, like, wispy bang that she has going on. I'm used to her, like, literally, and this is, like, very, very wispy, very, like, nice.
Never worked on an album like this.
Me neither.
Relaxed.
Yeah.
And, like, folklore-y,
I don't know if I ever will again.
folklore-esque.
Like, I don't know if it's how albums are meant to be made. It just worked right now.
There's something about the complete and total uncertainty about life that causes endless anxiety, but there's another part that causes sort of a release of the pressures that you used to feel, because...
Quote that shit. Put that on a t-shirt.
If we're going to have to recalibrate everything, we should start with what we love the most first. And I think that was what we were sort of unconsciously doing with this.
Totally. That is.
I'm always so baffled by her lyricism, and, like, and now I understand she just talks like this. It's a gift. It's built in.
So exactly.
God.
If everything's gonna fall apart, then make a record.
And I was so glad that we did, because it turned out that, like, everybody needed a good cry as well as us.
Ooh. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is cool because I used to listen to it again. Whoa. God, everyone has to be perfect.
I'm doing good, I'm on some new shit. Been saying yes instead of no.
She just sounds like this. Like, no autotune, no nothing. She just sounds like this. This is crazy.
I thought I saw you at the bus stop, I didn't though. I hit the ground running each night. I hit the Sunday matinee. You know the greatest films of all time were never made. I guess you never know, never know. And if you wanted me, you really should have showed. And if you never bleed, you're never gonna grow. And it's alright now. We were something, don't you think
The
so?
acoustic.
Roaring 20s, tossing pennies in the...
It's a different experience without all the production. It's like, it's a lot more personal, and I really like that so far. There's no bass, there's no, like, I don't know, I really like that, wow.
If my wishes came true, it would have been you. In my defense, I have none, for never leaving well enough alone. But it would have been
She's
fun
stunning. She's stunning.
if you would have been the one. I have this dream you're doing cool shit, having adventures on your own.
It's like she's
You
really
meet
thinking
some
about
woman
it.
on the internet and take her home.
I really like how you can see her feeling it. Like, you can really see, like, ooh, really. I like how you can really see her into it, feeling it. She cares about these lyrics. She, like, knows these lyrics, and she means these lyrics.
We never painted by the numbers, baby, but we were making it count. You know the greatest loves of all time are over now.
Ugh.
I guess you never know, never know. And it's another day waking up alone. We were something, don't you think so? Roaring 20s, tossing pennies in the pool. And if my wishes came true, it would have been you. In my defense, I have none, for never leaving well enough alone. But it would have been fun if you would have been the one. I persist and resist the temptation to ask you if one thing had been different. Would everything be different
Oh
today?
my god.
We were something, don't you think so? Rose flowing with your chosen family. And it would have been sweet if it could have been me. In my defense, I have none.
This is definitely a step up from me and my boyfriend's like setup out here. Me and my boyfriend, like, we always like make music and like do everything, and we have just like a singular mic that looks nothing like this, and then we like put a sock on it for like this muffler.
We digging up the grave another time, but it would have been fun if you would have been the one. Ooh.
Oh my god. Wow.
It was funny because I feel like you captured the spirit of the whole record with that song, with the one in the sense of just the way it opens. I'm doing good, I'm on some new shit. And saying yes instead of no, and I was like, is she talking about writing songs with me and everything else at the same time, or something? There
I
was
think it
like
has a new. I think it has a double meaning. The opening the album with the words "I'm doing good, I'm on some new shit," and saying yes instead of no. It applies to the situation that the song is written about, where you're updating a former lover on what your life is like
yeah.
now and trying to be positive about it. But it was
Yeah.
also where I am creatively, where it's like, I'm just saying yes, I'm just putting out an album in the worst time you could put one out. I'm just making stuff with someone who I've always wanted to
Just
make
like,
stuff
fuck it.
with as long as I've been a fan of
Screw
the
it.
National. And I'm just gonna say yes to stuff.
Yeah.
And it worked out.
She looks really...
Vintage tea.
She looks really, like, free. I don't know how to describe it. She looks really, like, happy and refreshed and, like, refined there. And I also really liked her, like, red velvet thing that she had going on. That was really nice. Sorry.
Brand new phone, high heels on, cobblestones. When you are young, they assume you know nothing.
Ooh, she got into that.
Sequin smile, black lipstick, sensual politics. When you are young, they assume you know nothing.
Ooh.
But I knew you dancing in your Levi's, drunk under a street light. I knew you, hand under my sweatshirt, baby, kiss it better. And when I felt like I was an old cardigan under someone's bed, you put me on and said I was your favorite. A friend to all is a friend to none. Chase two girls, lose the one. When you are young, they assume you know nothing. But I knew you, playing hide and seek and giving me your weekends.
I didn't realize really quickly that this outfit was like a dress. It's so cute. Link to outfit. Blues.
I knew you, your heartbeat on the high line once in 20 lifetimes. And when I felt like I was an old cardigan under
Oh my
someone's
god,
bed.
when she's up there and she's singing it and then she comes down and it's like a really low, like personal, like sultry. Oh my god.
You put me on and said I was your favorite.
The piano is so good. So good.
To kiss in cars and downtown bars was all we needed. You drew stars around my scars, but now I'm bleeding. 'Cause I knew you, stepping on the last train, marked me like a bloodstained night.
Oh, she's so
I knew
talented.
you,
Oh my god.
tried to change the ending, Peter losing Wendy. I knew you, leaving like a father, running like water. 'Cause when you are young, they assume you know nothing. But I knew you'd linger like a tattoo kiss. Knew you'd haunt all of my what ifs. The smell of smoke would hang around this long. 'Cause I knew everything when I was young. I knew I'd curse you for the longest time, chasing shadows in the grocery line. I knew you'd miss me once the thrill it.
I have been listening to this entire playlist, so has I, like same with Reputation, same with More Now. It's so stuck in my head and I literally just nonstop. I'm supposed to be singing another song like repeatedly and getting used to it for like a class I have, but for this I've been consumed by these albums. It's insane.
Expired, and you'd be standing in my front porch light, and I knew you'd come back to me. You'd come back to me, and you'd come back to me. You'd come back.
Oh my god.
And when I felt like I was an old cardigan under someone's bed, you put me on and said I was your favorite.
Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out.
Beautiful.
Oh, so fun.
Oh God, this is such a blast. This is a real damn blast. You know that?
This is a real damn blast.
You know what this is?
Beautiful.
A real blast.
Oh, the Last Great American Dynasty. Okay.
When you sent me the track for Last Great American Dynasty, I had been wanting to write a song about Rebecca Harkness since 2013,
Yes. Yeah.
probably. And
Learned
I'd
about
never
this one,
figured out
too.
the right way to do it because there was never a track that felt like it could kind of hold an entire story
Sorry, I'm touching
of
my face.
somebody's life and whatever and move between generations or whatever. Then when I heard that, I was like, oh my God, I think this is my opening. I think this is my moment. I think I can write the Rebecca Harkness story.
That song is
hilarious.
such a folklore moment to me because it's not about you, but it is all about you.
Well,
And
it's
it's
that
like-
country music kind of narrative device where
Yes.
in country music it's like, this guy did this, then this woman did this,
Yeah.
then they met, and their kid was me.
Totally,
Like,
yeah. And I was that man
yeah,
that
I
I've
was
been
that
talking about.
kid. Like,
But I-
which is the best. It's
I
like
challenge
you
you with
listen to
this.
country songs and you're just
Totally.
like shivers everywhere, my whole body.
Like, even though it's not till the very end when you spin it around, and even though the story is about someone else, I think it's
I'm like overwhelmed by her personality. This is like the first time. Like I've never I've been getting so many recommendations about like you should watch the Eras tour, you should watch all this stuff, you should watch this documentary. I've never dived into stuff like that. This is the first thing I've ever watched really outside of making the videos. With Taylor Swift showing like outside of her just performing. I find it crazy that she has like a whole funny and like corny and whimsical and cringy personality, but it's in the best way possible.
the most revealing thing. I think it's so deeply personal. And it really hits you in the gut when you hear that at the end.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
It's real good.
Man.
Ooh.
Becca rode up on the afternoon train. It was sunny. Her salt box house on the coast took her mind off St. Louis. Bill was the heir to the Standard Oil name and money. And the town said, how did a middle-class divorcee do it?
She looks so good when she's singing, and I look like shit every time I look scary when I'm like locked in singing, trying to make it sound good on mic, and she's just killing it. She looks like a runway model while she's doing this.
The wedding was charming, if a little gauche. There's only so far, no
Gauche,
money
there's the word
goes.
again.
They picked out a home and called it Holiday House. The parties were tasteful, if a little loud. The doctor had told him to settle down.
I don't know if
Must
this is
have
one of my
been her
favorites or
fault,
not.
his heart gave
It's okay.
out.
It's a good
And
once in a
they
while.
said, there goes the last great American dynasty. Who knows if she never showed up, what could have been?
God, fuck it up on the
There
piano.
goes the maddest woman this town has ever seen.
Kill it on the piano.
She had a marvelous time, ruining everything. Rebecca gave up on the Rhode Island set forever. Flew in all her bitch pack friends from the city.
I love that line.
Filled the pool with champagne, swam with the big names, blew through the money on the boys and the ballet. Losing on card game bets with Dolly. And they said, there goes the last great American dynasty. Who knows if she never showed up, what could have been? There goes the most shameless woman this town has ever seen. She had a marvelous time, ruining everything.
I love it.
They say she was seen on occasion, pacing the rocks
Oh,
there
I
and
forgot
out
this
at the
part.
midnight sea. And in a feud with a neighbor, she stole his dog and died at Key Lime Green. 50 uses a long time, holiday house sat quietly on that beach, free of women with madness, the men and bad habits, and
I hope this little board right here is holding lyrics. Ain't no fucking way I'd remember all this.
Who knows if I never showed up, what could have
She's
been?
not even looking at it. Is it music notes? Is it lyrics?
There goes the loudest woman this town has ever seen.
She's
I had a
happy.
marvelous time, ruining everything.
Fuck, is she going based on memory? This is
I had a
crazy.
marvelous time,
Woo.
ruining everything. A marvelous time, ruining everything. A marvelous time, ruining everything. Marvelous time.
Oh, that's nice. That's cute. That's so cute. A lot of her songs have like little hints of like 2000s songs in them. It's really nice. It's funny.
I only wish our other two co-writers were here. Justin
Who?
Vernon and William Bowery.
Justin is one of the greatest ever. William, I never got to meet.
There's been a lot of discussion about William Bowery and his identity, because it's not a real person.
It's not?
Jack,
I'm doing a bit.
the bit, that would have gone on forever.
What?
Who?
When?
So, William Bowery is Joe, as we know. And Joe plays piano beautifully, and he's always just playing and making things up and kind of creating things. And Exile was crazy because Joe had written that entire piano part. That
I don't wanna assume, but is she talking at Joe? Are her and Joe still together in this timeline? I wanna look this up. 2023. She was with this motherfucker for. Okay, hold on. Let's. Wow. All right. So for sure.
dun, 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 and it was singing the Bon Iver part, the I can see you standing, honey, with his arms around your
Jesus.
body, laughing, but the joke's not funny at all. And
Lyrics too?
Yeah, he was just singing it
Jesus.
the way that the whole first verse is.
Wow.
And so
Wow.
I was entranced and asked if we could keep writing that one. And it was pretty obvious that it should be a duet because he's got such a low voice and it sounded really good sung down there and
Yeah.
in that register. And then we're really, really, really big Bon Iver fans, and you know,
So cool.
we know that Aaron knows him. But I was too afraid to suggest it. But I just,
we
when I
just
sent it to
know
Aaron, I was
him.
like, this is
Okay.
hopefully a duet. I don't know who with, who would it be with? Who do you think would be good with this?
Stupid.
And Aaron was like, I think Justin would love this.
And you're like,
I was
really?
like,
Okay, that could be interesting.
I couldn't say it. I couldn't say
Really?
it.
Is
with
that really
my-
what happened?
No, I couldn't say it with words because if I would have said it and he would have gone to Justin and Justin would have said no, it would have hurt too much.
Interesting.
And when we talked about it, I was like, I think he's gonna be really inspired by this. And then we sent it to him, and he was.
I'm really
And
excited
then
for
the process of working
That's
on it, and
insane.
what he sent back, and he wrote like we didn't. You didn't ask him to write anything, but he wrote.
Yeah.
He wrote this like.
He wrote this amazing bridge. He wrote, so step
Step
right out,
right out.
there is no amount, and like that whole bit.
Wow.
I kept thinking this isn't really going to happen. Like, Justin is going to change his mind about this because this isn't a part of my reality. There's no way that this is going to happen. He's gonna record the vocals and then decide he
you're
doesn't
Taylor
want to be on the
Swift?
record. And then that just never happened. Like he just is on the album and he's just the coolest and and that's what's happening.
Oh, are we getting like a Zoom call?
I can see you standing,
Oh my
honey,
god.
with his arms around your body, laughing, but the joke's not funny at all.
Wow, I've never seen what it looks like, sorry.
And it took you 5 whole minutes to pack us up and leave me with it. Holding all this love out here in the hall.
Oh, it's so perfect. So perfect.
I think I've seen this film before.
Chills.
And I
Literally
didn't like the
chills.
ending. You're not my homeland anymore. So what am I defending now? You are my town. Now I'm in exile, seeing you out. I think I've seen this film before.
Oh my god. How? I'm blown away.
I can see you stare around, honey, like he's just your understudy, like you get your knuckles bloody for me. Second, third, and 100th chances, balancing on breaking bridges. Those eyes add insult to injury. I think I've seen this film before, and I didn't like the ending. I'm not your problem anymore. So who am I offending now? You were my crown. Now I'm in exile, seeing you out. I think I've seen this film before, so I'm leaving out the side door.
So step right out. There is no amount of crying I can do for
all this time.
We always walked a very thin line. You didn't even hear me out.
Oh my
You
god.
never gave a warning sign. All this time I never learned to read your mind. I couldn't turn things around. So you never gave no warning sign.
And I didn't like the ending.
You're not my homeland anymore. So what am I defending now? You are my town. Now I'm in exile, seeing you out.
Oh my.
I think I've seen this film before, so I'm leaving out the side door.
So step right out. There is no amount of crying I can do.
Even his setup, really quickly, is like insane. Like, where are we doing this? Is this a home? Is this our home? It honestly, that's probably like what I would do if I was if I was him or her. I literally would be like, give me everything. If I had money, I would buy something like this, and like this perfect setup. You have everything you need to make the like your music. Oh my god, I can only imagine.
All this time.
We always walked a very thin line. You didn't even hear me out. You never gave no
He's so desperate here.
this time. I never learned to read your mind. I couldn't turn things around. So you never gave no warning sign.
So many
signs.
So many signs. So many signs.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Gosh, that it kills me every single time. Every single time I hear that song, I deceased. I'm like, I literally dead immediately. That was one of the main songs that was every single time I was re-listening to Folklore, re-listening to this every single time. Oh my gosh, that's one of the first songs. And then he sounded so desperate, so hurt, so like yearnful in this one. That was crazy. I need this one on fucking every platform ever. Oof.
Where do we start? I mean, to me, the whole thing
Ricochet.
starts with My Tears
Oh,
Ricochet.
this one hurt too.
Yeah, chronologically, that's the first thing. I wrote that one alone, and it's definitely, I think, one of the saddest songs on the album.
Yeah, I think it's one of the best songs you've written.
Oh, thanks.
Which is, I think, why
Wow.
you crowned it as a track 5.
Yeah, picking a track 5 is sort of a pressurized decision, but I knew from day one this was probably going to be it.
Yeah, you guys let me know a ton of times. Track 5s are like her most vulnerable track, or like favorite track, or like most hitting track. So
It's kind of a song about karma.
powerful.
Yeah.
It's a song about greed. It's a song about how somebody could be your best friend and your companion and your most trusted person in your life, and then they could go and become your worst enemy who knows how to hurt you because they were once your most trusted person.
It's the worst betrayal.
Yeah. It does remind me of people going through a divorce and having that person that they swore to be with forever then become the person that they spend most of their time talking shit about.
Yeah, and it is that ultimate betrayal when
Man.
someone, messed you up from the inside.
Writing this song, it kind of occurred to me that in all of the superhero stories, the hero's greatest nemesis is the villain that used to be his best friend.
Yeah.
That sort of thing. When you think about that, you think about how there's this beautiful moment in the beginning of a friendship where these people have no idea that one day they'll hate each other and try to really take each other out. I mean, that's really
powerful.
sad and terrible.
But that's the
I hope that Taylor like reads books like constantly that are like so tropey, and that's where she gets her like inspo from, because every time she talks I'm like, this could be a book. Like, this literally could be. Also, I realize when I'm like talking, it like shakes the camera. We're on my bed. You're like literally on my bed. Like, this is oh god.
bird's eye view quality of the song that I think is so unique, because they're both great, but sometimes you write like very in the moment.
Yeah.
And you're like, this happened and this is how I feel, and I love that. But this song, which is interesting that it's the first one that happened, because I think it became a huge theme on the album, it's very pulled back.
Yeah.
It's very pulled back and commenting on the whole experience of it.
Wow.
It's very powerful to me.
I really like how genuine these guys are. It's probably like leaving the Taylor rewarding.
We gather here, we line up, weeping in a sunlit room. And if I'm on fire, you'll be made of ashes too. Even on my worst day, did I deserve, babe, all the hell you gave me? 'Cause I loved you, I swear I loved you, till my dying day. I didn't have it in myself to go with grace, and you're the hero flying around saving face. And if I'm dead to you, why are you at the wake, cursing my name, wishing I stayed? Look at how my tears ricochet.
Oh my god. The first time I heard this song, I hate to say it, but I was in the theaters watching It Ends With Us. I'm sorry. And this was one of the songs in the theater, right? Am I thinking the right song? I hope I am. And in the theater, I did not know that it was Taylor Swift. I was like, damn. like one after another. Like I was gonna hit my bangers, like the most gut-wrenching lyrics. First time I'm hearing some of it in the theater, but I never listened to it after. I thought about it after. There was just like a little part of the song that was played in the theater, and then here we are. It ended up resurfacing while listening to Folklore, and I had no idea the first time I listened to it, and then I heard the chorus. I was like, whoa, wow, it's so powerful. Beautiful piano.
We gather stones, never knowing what they'll mean.
God, this hurts worse, this live
Some
session.
to throw, some to make a diamond ring. You know I didn't want to have to haunt you, but what a ghostly scene. You wear the same jewels that I gave you as you bury me. I didn't have it in myself to go with grace, 'cause when I'd fight you used to tell me I was brave. And if I'm dead to you, why are you at the wake? Cursing my name, wishing I stayed. Look at how my tears ricochet. And I can go anywhere I want, anywhere I want, just not home. And you can aim for my heart, go for blood, but you would still miss me in your bones. And I still talk to you when I'm screaming at the sky, and when you can't sleep at night.
And then bring it
Hear
down.
my stolen lullaby.
Oh my goodness.
I didn't have it in myself to go with grace, and so the battleships will sink beneath the waves. You had to kill me, but it killed you just the same. You're cursing my name, wishing I stayed. You turned into your worst fears, and you're tossing out blame, drunk on this pain, crossing out the good years. Cursing my name, wishing I stayed. Look at how my tears ricochet.
Oh my god.
Yeah, look at how my tears ricochet. Look at all of my tears
Wow.
turning into your tears.
Ooh.
Look at how my tears ricochet.
Jack was like, that's kind of a good line. Good substitute. Oh, brutal. Brutal. I'm fine. Thanks for asking. God, I forget how
In folklore, there are a lot of songs that reference each
Aggressive.
other or lyrical parallels, and one of the ones that I like is the entire song, This Is Me Trying, then being referenced again in Mirrorball, which is, I've never been a natural, all I do is try.
Yeah, I remember that being an interesting one for you to actually put down. I remember you said it and you did it, and then you were like, should I say that? Should
I was like, is that too true? Is that? And I think with Mirrorball, sometimes when I'm writing to an instrumental track, I'll push play and I'll immediately see a scene set.
I'm so sorry. Look at this color palette that she's wearing. Like, she has like a really purple. It like works, I think. the purple with the orange, and then she has this like weird navy blue patterned like suit jacket on. I don't know how I feel, but like it's her, so it makes it work.
And
if that makes sense.
This was one of those cases where I just saw, you know, lonely disco ball, twinkly lights, neon signs, people drinking beer by the bar, a couple of stragglers on the dance floor. Just sort of a sad,
when I first listened to the mirrorball,
moonlit,
I don't think I liked
lonely
it. It took me
experience
a couple
in the middle of a town that you've never been. And I just was thinking,
to get into it,
okay, so
and
we have
understand
mirror
it.
balls in the middle of a dance floor because they reflect light. They are broken a million times, and that's what makes them so shiny. We have people like that in society too. They hang there, and every time they break, it entertains us.
Yeah.
And when you shine a light on them, it's this glittering, fantastic thing.
Way
but
to
then
be too
a lot of
real.
the time, when the spotlight isn't on them, they're just still there, up on a pedestal, but nobody's watching them.
Well, it's a
and-
myth we love, and then we create it for people.
Yeah, it's the whole
Like, do the broken thing,
do
make
the
it fun,
broken
now make
thing.
it sad.
Yeah,
Now make
but-
it cool, now make it sad.
Yeah, but when the light's off, be okay.
Yeah.
It was a metaphor for celebrity, but it's also a metaphor for so many people who have to feel like everybody feels like they have to be on for certain people. You have to be different versions of yourself for different people, different versions at work, different versions around friends, different versions of yourself around different friends, different version of yourself around family, around, you know, everybody has to be duplicitous, or feels that they have to in some ways be duplicitous. And that's part of the human experience, but it's also exhausting.
God, this is like it's supposed to be a documentary, but it's a therapy session. Tricked you into this. Tricked you. I'm sorry, I just had to point out, and then the red shoes.
And you kind of learn that every one of us has the ability to become a shapeshifter.
Totally.
But what does that do to us? And it also...
I only hope to ever encompass how much thought and care and craft goes into a song as much as she does when she writes her songs, and when she really gets into something and she really takes it, and like, oh my God, I only wish.
It was the first time, and one of the only times that the time that we're living through was actually lyrically addressed. I think that, you know, the pandemic and lockdown and all that runs through this album like a thread, because it's an album that allows you to feel your feelings, and it's a product of isolation, and it's a product of all this, you know, rumination on what we are as humans, blah, blah, blah. But this is the first time in the bridge saying they called off the circus, burned the disco down, when they sent home the horses and the rodeo clowns. I wrote this song right after I found out all my shows were canceled. And it's like, I'm still on that tightrope. I'm still trying everything to get you laughing at me. So it's like, I realized here I am writing all this music, still trying, and I know I have an excuse to sit back and not do something, but I'm not, and I can't, and I don't know why
you don't
that
get it.
is.
But that's what makes it, to me, a great piece of pandemic time work, is that it's not about the pandemic, it's about the experience of what happens to an artist when you're living through a pandemic.
Yeah, you start there, you start
to dream.
Yep.
Wow. Oh, the acoustic sounds way different.
Want you to know I'm a mirror ball. I'll show you every version of yourself tonight.
Oh my gosh.
I'll get you out on the floor.
I like this better. I like these. Is there a playlist I can grab that has these versions? Oh, this is the first time I listened to Mirrorball. I didn't really, as I said earlier, I didn't really like it. This, because like the beat and everything, and like the way her vocals landed on that beat, I don't think I like the mix of it, but this acoustic brings like a different sound.
Shimmering beautiful.
Yeah.
And then I break it in a million pieces. Hush, when no one is
forgot.
around, my dear. You'll find me on my tallest tiptoes.
We just did the same
Spinning
fucking.
in-
Did you see that? We just did the same movement. Replay that right now.
You'll find me on my tallest tiptoes.
Me and Taylor, like this. Like this.
My highest heels, love, shining just for you. Hush, I know they said the end is near, but I'm still on my tallest tiptoes, spinning in my highest heels, love, shining just for you. I want you to know.
This makes me want to get out the guitar.
I'm a mirror ball. I can change everything about me to fit in you.
Straight and jamming. Jack is locked in.
Not like the regulars, the masquerade revelers, drunk as they watch my shattered edges glisten. Hush, when no one is around, my dear.
Oh my gosh.
You'll find me on my tallest tiptoes, spinning in my highest heels, love, shining just for you. Hush, I know they said the end is near, but I'm still on my tallest tiptoes, spinning in my highest heels, love, shining just for you. And they called off the circus, burned the disco down, when they sent home the horses and the rodeo clowns. I'm still on that tightrope, I'm still trying everything to get you laughing at me.
I love
And I'm
that.
still a believer, but I don't know why. I've never been a natural, all I do is try. I'm still on that trapeze, I'm still trying everything to keep you looking at me.
Ooh, she like Loki went like
'Cause I'm
yodeling.
a mirror ball.
Little vocal flip.
I'm a mirror ball. I'll show you every version of yourself tonight.
Yes. Hell
With Seven,
yes.
the song, I was looking back on
Ooh,
it. I've always
Seven was
wondered
rough.
when I see a kid throwing a massive tantrum in a grocery store, like part of me is like, man, I feel you. Like, when did I stop doing that when I was upset? Like, when did I stop being so outraged that I would throw myself on the floor and throw the cereal at my mom?
Well, it also doesn't stop. Where does it go?
Yeah.
Like that
so,
feeling, like we're still having that feeling, but
yeah, so the
what is it
idea is,
now?
you know, please picture me before I learned civility. Like I used to scream anytime I wanted. Obviously, you know, we can't be throwing tantrums all the time, and we learn that that's not the right thing to do, but there's something lost there too.
Please picture me in the trees. I hit my peak at 7 feet in the swing.
This one's so good
I
too.
was too scared to jump in, but I was high in the sky with Pennsylvania under me. Are there still beautiful things make a pattern. Love you to the moon and to Saturn. Pass down like folk songs. The love lasts so long.
What is Jack using on this? Is it just his fingers and that little paddle thing? That's crazy. And like a t-shirt over. I can't. What I really like about watching videos like this of people making music, creators making music, artists making music, or just making things in general, like what the hell? Like I would never think that you could do that way. It's so creative. It's so creative. Like it motivates me to like start like knocking on walls and shit to make different sounds. This also goes with like callback Billie Eilish and Phineas. Insane. Another level. Oh my gosh. Blows my mind. I'm like, this one was really good. The first time I listened to it, I was like,
And I've been meaning to tell you, I think your house is haunted. Your dad is always mad, and that must be why. I think you should come live with me and we can be pirates. Then you won't have to cry or hide in the closet. And just like a folk song, our love will be passed on. Please picture me in the weeds before I learn civility. I used to scream ferociously anytime I wanted.
oh my god. That's so good.
Sweet tea in the summer, cross your heart, won't tell no other. And though I can't recall your face, I still got love for you. Pack your dolls in a sweater, we'll move to India forever. Pass down like folk songs, the love lasts so long.
The certain like tones she hits or like frequencies she hits or like notes she hits tickles my brain in the best way possible. I literally like lose all reflex. I can't explain it. There's an artist like her, Adele, Yaba, Billy, they all just hit certain notes that like get into it, Jack. Get into it. Come on now. This is jamming. This is jamming. Someone hop on. Ooh. Man. August. August is the one that I was like, oi.
It's a weird experience to work with you. And now Aaron can understand it. No, I'm serious, because it's like, here's the song. Oh, wait, here's the bridge. Wait, here's a better bridge. Okay, now the perfect bridge. And then here's the thing after the bridge. This thing's gonna come in.
Oh yeah, remember when I pulled the first
Yeah, so, like,
get in the
just
car?
a
I
series
wrote
of-
that in the vocal booth.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there's series
Yeah,
of,
get some plans just in case you call.
and so like, but hearing the patchwork of like that whole
That's
thing coming together, I
crazy.
was just like,
Yeah, I just wrote that in the vocal
I
booth.
just love
Pardon?
what you did on that song. It
Thanks.
takes me away.
I love what you did on that song. And I've been kind of in my head like calling the girl from August either Augusta
Oh,
or
nice.
Augustine. I've just been like naming her that in my head.
Oh, that changes things for me, because she's written nameless to me, but now it's forever changed.
What happened in my head was, okay, so like Cardigan is Betty's perspective from like 20 to 30 years later, looking back on this love that was this tumultuous thing. In my head, I think Betty and James ended up together, right?
Interesting.
So in my head, she ends up
Ooh.
with him, but he really put her through it. But like August
Yeah.
was obviously about the girl that James had this summer with, right? So she seems like she's a bad girl, but really she's not a bad girl. She's like really a sensitive person who like
Yeah.
really
Yeah, like when I was listening to August, I was like, like, I want to be like upset at her, I want to hate her, I want to be mad at her for the turmoil, God, that she put Augustine through, and, or not Augustine, that she put Betty through, and like, I don't know, I always, like, everyone's so quick to blame the woman and blame the girl, but why not blame the man who did in the first place? I don't know, it's just, yeah, I get it, but also, when you're giving that different perspective and you're putting emotions behind Augustine now, like, and then you want us to also be okay with Betty getting back with James, it's like, ugh. Yeah.
Fell for him, and she was
James
trying
hater.
to seem cool and seem like she
James
didn't care
hate
because
club.
that's what girls have to do. And she was trying to let him think that she didn't care, but she really did, and she thought they had something very real. And then he goes back to Betty. So the idea that there's some bad villain girl in any type of situation who like takes your man is actually a total myth, because that's not usually the case at all. Like, everybody has feelings and wants to be seen and loved, and just like true. Augustine, that's all she wanted.
That's what I love about August is like it's not a dream, even though it sort of sounds like it. Like it's like it feels, the situation feels very close to me, like getting swept up like that.
That whole song started with the fact that I had written down in my phone, "Meet me behind the mall," years ago, wanting to write it into a song.
Wow.
Salt air and the rust on your door. I never needed anything more. Or whispers, or are you sure?
What's this, like, back in
Never have I ever before, but I can see it's lost in the memory. August slipped away into a moment in time, 'cause it was never mine. And I can see it's twisted in bed sheets. August slipped away like a bottle of wine.
If I ignore the fact that it's in the every single freaking The Summer I Turned Pretty edit, or like not even edit, like a trailer or teaser or everything, I can it's a good song. It's a good song. It's okay, sue me.
'Cause you were never mine. You're back beneath the sun, wishing I could write my name on it. Will you call when you're back at school? I remember thinking
Aaron going off on this
I
guitar,
had
though.
you, but I can see it's lost in the memory. August slipped away to a moment in time, 'cause it was never mine. And I can see it's twisted in bed sheets. August slipped away like a bottle of wine, 'cause you were never mine.
Wow, I really like that. Ooh, get into it.
Back when we were still changing for the better, one thing was enough.
Ooh,
For me it was enough.
okay.
To live for the hope of it all. Cancel plans just in case you'd call and say meet me behind the mall. So much for summer love and saying us, 'cause you weren't mine to lose. You weren't mine to lose.
Ooh.
'Cause I can see it's lost in the memory. August slipped away into a moment in time, 'cause it was never mine. And I can see it's twisted in bed sheets. August slipped away like a bottle of wine. You were never mine. You were never mine.
Oh my
Never
gosh.
mine.
Man.
Do you remember? Remember when I pulled up and said get in the car, and then cancel my plans just in case you call? Back when I was living all pulled up and said, get in the car, and then cancel my plans just in case you call. Back when I was living for the hope of it all, for the hope of it all. Meet me behind the mall.
Oh my gosh, I really like that. Musical geniuses all in one room. Wow. Bravo. So good. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is me trying.
I'd been thinking about addiction, and I've been thinking about people who, if they're either suffering through mental illness or they're suffering through addiction, or they have an everyday struggle. No one pats them on the back every day, but every day they are actively fighting something. But there are so many days that nobody gives them credit for that.
Yeah.
And so how often must...
Side note, it's so weird watching like stuff in the past. When you're in the future and then you just know what's gonna happen, you're like, oh, it's like impending doom. Like the only to the sense that we know about her and Joe's breakup and like all this stuff, and she's happy now, and that's what I'm excited for her, but I'm sad that she's gonna have to go through the breakup with Joe. But to get to Travis, sorry.
Somebody who's in that sort of internal struggle must want to say to everyone in the room, you have no idea how close I am to going back to a dark place, or you have no idea.
You have no idea how hard it is to get to the point where you guys think is still shitty.
Yes.
Like, I think about that a lot, like the idea of doing your best or trying is one that only a person knows, and you know when you're doing it. And it's so hard, which is what I get from that song, when you're doing your damn best and it's not good enough.
Yep.
And it rarely is.
Yeah.
Man.
But it's, you know, and then it's a very isolating feeling, which I think is funny because it actually is the thing that binds all of us, is we're all like doing our best and feeling like it's not even close to good enough.
Yeah, I had this idea that the first verse would be about someone who is in a sort of a life crisis and has just been trying and failing in their relationship, has been, you know, messing things up with people they love, has been letting everyone down, and kind of has driven to this overlook, this cliff.
Yeah.
And is just in the car going, I could do whatever I want in this moment, and it could affect everything forever. But this person backs up and drives home, and...
Yeah, I love that. The idea that not driving off the cliff is an act of trying.
Yeah.
Which is almost the ultimate act of trying.
Yeah. And then the second verse is about...
No kidding.
You know, someone who felt like they had a lot of potential in their life. I think there are a lot of mechanisms for us in our school day.
These are such deep thoughts, deep, like, inspirations for these songs, and I hate that the media is so, like, I before this, give me some grace here, I had never heard, like, good things about, like, Taylor Swift, and in the sense that I, like, just her music, like, everyone, like, hated her music, and, like, it was so, you know, and, like, coming into this, and then hearing Reputation, like, hearing the first video that I did, the top 10, and then being like, okay, let me, like, give her one try, and then growing an audience, doing Reputation, hearing Reputation, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is actually fire, and then going from Reputation to Folklore, completely different, super drastic change, but I get songs like these, and I'm like, well, shit, like, this is crazy. This is crazy. And people have no idea. Some people have no clue.
In high school or college to excel and to be patted on the back for something. And then I think a lot of people get out of school and there are less abilities for them to get gold stars.
Yeah.
And then you have to make all these decisions and you have to pave your own way and there's no set class course you can take and and I think a lot of people feel really swept up in that. And so I was thinking about this person who is really lost in life and then starts drinking and every second is trying not to.
Yeah.
God, and she's like emotional talking about it too. It makes me like hurts. And then, yeah, there's too many people I know that have gone to college and especially at university and stuff that are just like get into the deep end. And it's so sad to see every single time. It's like 4 different pianos going on.
I've been having a hard time adjusting. I had the shiniest wheels, now they're rusting. I didn't know if you'd care if I came back. I have a lot of regrets about that. Pulled the car off the road to the lookout. Could have followed my fears all the way down. And baby, I don't quite know what to say.
I missed that the
here
first
in your
time.
doorway, I just wanted you to know that this is me trying. I just wanted you to know that this is me trying.
Oh my gosh. Oof, oof, oof.
They told me all of my cages were mental, so I got wasted like all my potential. And my words shoot to kill when I'm mad. I have a lot of regrets about that. I was so ahead of the curve became a sphere. Fell behind all my classmates and I ended up here, pouring out my heart to a stranger. But I didn't pour the whiskey, I just wanted you to know that this is me trying. I just wanted you to know that this is me trying. At least I'm trying.
My light just went out. It's not trying. Okay, hold on. Let me let me fix this really quickly. I'll be right back. Okay. Can you guys hear me? I set up a new light. I hope it's better. I hope it doesn't die again. Okay, cool. Sorry about that. Back locked in.
And it's hard to be at a party when I feel like an open wound. It's hard to be anywhere these days when all I want is you. You're a flashback and a film reel on the one screen in my town. And I just wanted you to know that this is me trying. I just wanted you to know that this is me trying. At least I'm trying.
Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Oh my gosh. Illicit Affairs.
This was the first album that I've ever let go of that need to be 100% autobiographical, because I think I felt like I needed to do that, and I felt like fans needed to hear like a stripped from the headlines account of my life, and it actually ended up being a bit confining, because there's so much more to writing songs than just what you're feeling in your singular storyline. And this was the first time that I ever was like, I think it was spurred on by the fact that I was watching movies every day, I was reading books every day, I was thinking about other people every day. I was kind of outside of my own personal stuff.
Yeah.
And so I ended up just like, I think that's been my favorite thing about this album, is that it's allowed to exist on its own merit without it just being, oh, people are listening to this because it tells them something that they could read in a tabloid.
Interesting.
It to me feels
That's-
like it
yeah,
feels like a
that's
completely
interesting.
different experience.
That's like rough to take in.
Make sure nobody sees you leave. Hood over your head, keep your eyes down. Tell your friends you're out for a run. You'll be flushed when you return. Take the road less traveled by. Tell yourself you can always stop. What started in beautiful rooms ends with meetings in parking lots. And that's the thing about illicit affairs and clandestine meetings and longing stares. It's born from just
Remember when I listened to this first song, I was like, what are just clandestine meetings? This, like, her vocabulary range, like, really, it's not normal. Like, her vocabulary range is crazy. She writes all these lyrics and has the perfect words for them. Sometimes I'm, like, writing stuff and I'm like, what's the synonym for, like,
one
I don't have enough in
single
my
glance,
brain.
but it dies and it dies and it dies a million little times.
So good.
Leave the perfume
This picking that Jack's doing is freaking insane. Bloody insane.
on the shelf that you picked out just for him, so you leave no trace behind, like you don't even exist. Take the words for what they are, a dwindling mercurial high, a drug that only works the first few hundred times. And that's the thing about illicit affairs and clandestine meetings and stolen stares. They show their truth one single time, but they lie and they lie and they lie a
Beautiful. She
million
went like
little
really big, then she went really down.
times.
That was so good, really quiet. Oh shit, she made
And
up
you
hard.
wanna scream, don't call me kid, don't call me baby. Look at this godforsaken mess that you made me. You showed me colors you know I can't see with anyone else. Don't call me kid, don't call me baby. Look at this idiotic fool that you made me. You taught me a secret language I can't speak with anyone else. And you know damn well, for you I would ruin myself a million little times.
Oof. And it's super quiet. It's so good. Oh my gosh. That's one take. That's one take. You know how rare it is to get a one take? Oh, especially with vocals. Oh my gosh. Invisible String. This one was good too.
So Invisible
I
String.
cannot believe
When I first heard the track that you sent me,
that clip. I need to put that clip in. I literally am the dumbest person ever. I like thought that I was like piecing it together, like Invisible String, like what it could possibly be about because of a TikTok trend. Meanwhile, the trend is about this song. Get out. Get out.
I thought, I have to write something that matches it. And pretty quickly I came upon the idea of fate, because sometimes I just, go into a rabbit hole of thinking of how things happen. And I kind of love the romantic idea that every step you're taking one step closer to where you're supposed to be, guided by this little, like, invisible string.
I remember when I bought this little guitar that has a rubber bridge, which you have one now too, but it has this like...
you got me one and sent it to me, and it was like, I couldn't believe opening up this like beautiful isn't it 50s guitar? That's
It is from the late 50s, and
Wow.
it's been like renovated so that the bridge deadens the strings and it sounds really old, and it's just a really kind of writes songs for you in a way, because it's so fun to play. And that was the first one that I wrote with it, and then you wrote this incredible.
I like nerdy men like this who are just like so into what they're talking about, and it's just like really wholesome to see, because he like really means it. Like he's like you know, like it does this and this, and he's like so excited to tell her, but he's trying to be humble about it, but he's just, they're so smart. Like I commend the creativity and the knowledge of everything. I saw a TikTok the other day, and it was like, I have a rational fear that I can't learn every language, go to every place, be about every job, do every life, and like learn everything and do every major. And I was like, that's such a, like, that's so real. Like I want to do that. I want to learn this, I want to learn this, I want to learn how to do architecture, I want to learn to do like all this stuff, and it's genuinely just overwhelming in that sense. But like I live through people like this who are just so smart and love what they do and are able to
Song
nerd out
that
on
is
this.
all about fate, and that was another moment where I just felt there was this serendipity happening between us and crazy chemistry. As far as like making, it was, you took exactly what I had written, and it was as though we wrote it together in a room or something.
I remembered I wrote it right after I sent an ex a baby gift. Like, and I was just like, man, life is great. And I just remembered thinking like, this is a full signifier that life is great.
Wow.
Green was the color of the grass where I used to read in Centennial Park. I used to think I would meet somebody.
I think this song is perfectly placed in the album. Like perfectly placed in the album. You go from really like beat down songs that are gonna like literally emotionally kill you, and then you go to this and it's like happy and it lifts you up and it gets you ready for the rest of the album. And I think it's really like time well placed.
There. Exile was the color of your shirt when you were 16 at the yogurt shop. You used to work out to make a little money. Time, curious time, gave me no compasses, gave me no signs. Were there clues I didn't see? And isn't it just so pretty to think all along there was some invisible string tying you to me? On your first trip to LA,
Oh, it's so good.
you ate at my favorite spot for dinner.
Yup.
Bold was the waitress on our 3-year trip, getting lunch down by the lakes. She said I looked like an American singer. Time, mystical time, cutting me open and healing me fine. Were there clues I didn't see? Isn't it just so pretty to think all along there was some invisible string tying you to me? Ooh, string that pulled me
Yes.
out of all the wrong
changes, the
right
bridge.
into
Oh my
that
gosh.
dive bar. Something wrapped all up my past mistakes in barbed wire. Chains around my demons, wool to brave the seasons.
Oh my gosh.
One single thread of gold tied me to you.
And
Cold was the steel of my axe to grind
Janet.
for the boys who broke my heart. Now I send their babies presents. Gold but it brought me heaven.
Cannot believe she sent her ex baby present. That's some mature shit. That's some, yeah. Also, I love her shoes. They're like little elf shoes. I like them. Like it's a knot right there, like it ties right there, and it's all leather and it has like a heel. It's so cute. Little cottage core.
Time, wonder is time. Give me the blues and that purple pink skies, and it's cool, baby, with me. And isn't it just so pretty to think all along there was some invisible string tying you to me.
Ooh, I like the guitar change there. Okay, I'm going to stop it right here. I will do the rest literally in the middle of this week, just for time and editing sake. So I'm gonna stop over here. Thank you so much for watching. Next episode will literally again be in like a couple days. I really like that you guys recommended me this. I had no idea about it, and the backstories helped me 1,000 times more. In the sense that I can feel where they're coming from now, and I understand where they're coming from now, and I get the backstory with her and Aaron and Jack, and that's so, so it makes me love it like 1,000 times more. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what to go off of next after the long con sessions. I think I'm gonna do Midnights, and then the Till Dawn edition. I hope that's correct. And then that could also be 2 parts because of the fact that it's literally like 25 songs. So yeah. Okay, let me know. I love you guys so much. Ooh, I'm almost at 1.5k. What the fuck? So I will let you guys know next. And keep the recommendations coming. Next week also is gonna be a bookish video midweek, so get excited for that. Basically, the moral of the video will be, if you like this Taylor song, you're gonna like this book. So I will see you then. Thank you guys so much for watching. Love you, love you, love you. Like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what's going on. Tell me what you're eating. Tell me what you're vibing with. This is different background. If you didn't notice. I'll see you guys later. Thank you so much. Bye, guys. I think I'm really gonna reflect on this entire video. That was insane. I think I'm still in shock that she's a real person. Okay, all right, bye.